Good morning. Today's Saturday, January 2nd, and it's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm heading over to Tom's Thumb Trailhead for a rappelling class. This is my first time rappelling. There are some canyons I'd like to get into for hiking and take some good pictures, so I thought this would be a way to learn how to do that, how to get down into some of the deeper regions. I'm not really into rock climbing, so to say, but know that I'll encounter some areas where I'll need to rappelling. I don't know. I think it's rappel, rhymes with apple. Tom's Thumb Trailhead is one of my favorites. That trail itself is a good hike. It's a good leg buster, lung buster. Great place to burn off some energy. It's always good to do something new. My mom used to call it breaking the monotony, and I don't feel like life's been monotonous for me lately, but I like to fit something new in. Fitting in something new keeps my soul fresh, keeps me connected to God. Spending energy keeps me connected to God. So we'll see how this goes. All right, heading up to the Tom's Thumb Trailhead for this rappelling class, and picked up my rental gear, got my helmet, my harness. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and then meet everybody at the trailhead. Here's a good shot behind me of Tom's Thumb up there. And now behind me is Stacy, who was handing out the registrations for REI. Look at this beautiful view of Four Peaks behind me. Can you see that? Kind of a foggy morning. It's freezing out. Freezing for Arizona anyway. There were 9 of us all together. 2 were the instructors. We had to hike in a little less than a mile in on Mesquite Canyon Trail near East End Trail. Our destination was Morrell's Boulder. Originally I thought we'd be climbing more near the Thumb, but there are several hiking areas in the McDowell Mountains. Morrell's Boulder is popular for beginner climbers. Once we were at the boulder, we had to climb up to the top, because the only way you can come down is if you first go up. And that climbing required a little bit of scrambling. It was pretty steep. It was a good lung buster. So it was a great way to get some of the energy out, work our muscles a little bit before sitting around in our class. Once we were at the top, our instructor taught us about the parts that we'd be using. First about an ATC, which is an abbreviation for an air traffic controller. It's just a device that's used to feed a climbing rope through in a controlled manner. We learned about carabiners, their makeup, the proper use, their strengths, the parts of our harness and the uses, what a good helmet is, what a bad helmet would be, maybe your biking helmet or a skiing helmet. And then we were off to rappel.
At that point, I want you to put your chin up into the air, not looking into the rock, but up into the air, and I want you to yell, "Off belay!"
One thing that I like to do
There goes the first girl over the edge.
Pull up a lot of slack. There you go. And that just gives you plenty to work with. Then go ahead and step on that rope just so it's not pulling away from you.
Now it's my turn, my first rappel. That's the ATC that I'm holding, and I'm feeding the rappel rope through it, then attaching it to my carabiner onto my harness. And down I go. This is not a formal instruction video on how a person should rappel. This is just my experience at an REI class. Once we rappelled down, we had to go back to the trail and climb back up. Here's an image of some of the rappellers getting ready to come down.
Good job. Hand never came off the brake. Total pro.
Here I am going back up again. On the second rappel down, this time we used 2 layers of the rope. And the reason you may want to do this is if you're by yourself maybe, or with a group of people and you need to bring your rope with you because ropes are expensive, that allows you to pull it through the anchors and retrieve your rope when you're at the bottom. It feels different. It's much heavier. You trust your life to the anchors and the rope. One of the most important things we learned, your hand is your brake. Never take it off the rope. That was awesome. Just finished the rappelling class out at Tom's Thumb Trailhead. I can't remember the name of the section, the moorings, something like that. I'm going to have to look it up. But they were some great instructors from REI. Clear. I felt very safe with them. They were very into safety, health, and our bodies. Make sure we didn't fall. It was great. We got to rappel 3 times, probably about 60 feet. Based that mostly on the length of the rope. And that's it. Done with the adventure for today. Enjoying doing things that keep me connected to God. You gotta take care of your body. You gotta take care of your mind. Need some new adventures. And this was one.